What it do? What it do? We back again on you dusty photos with another Steven Seagal masterpiece. Out for Justice. Well, Out for a Kill. Well, he got so many movies that's named the same. I'm pretty sure he got a movie in there called Out for Justice. I'm not mistaken. But let's get right into it.
Is the movie where Steven Seagal finally gave his fans what they wanted the most. A half-assed cash grab with almost zero effort. It starts off with a crime scene in Bulgaria where the first ones there are a Hong Kong cop and her partner, an American DEA agent. Wondering why a DEA agent and a Hong Kong cop are partners and investigating a gang shooting in Bulgaria?
Like, the movie already starts off incoherent. That already don't make no sense. Why would a cop from Hong Kong, America, be in Bulgaria investigating the shooting? Like, why are they in Bulgaria? What are we doing?
Then you've already put more thought into this movie than Seagal did. We learn that Seagal is a professor at Yale and is receiving an award for archaeology. I've seen him fight aliens. I've seen him fight vampires. I've even heard him say this.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
But him being a professor at Yale is somehow the most ridiculous thing yet.
Bro,
Anyways, he flies out to China with...
He got to be writing these scripts. There's no way. There's no way people are writing these scripts and just giving him these movies, as terrible as they are. Because it just seemed like the movies are so tailor-made to make him look like such an amazing person. It's just ridiculous. It's too amazing. He had to have input or written some of these scripts or directed it. Something.
With a pilot named Crash.
They call me Crash.
And it's the reason why I feel like that too. It's too many terrible movies back to back to make me believe that there's actually directors and writers out there that keep writing these horrible scripts just for Steven Seagal. Like, I don't know.
Because I never have.
And while out there digging up treasure or some shit, he finds his artifacts are secretly being filled with drugs. As dumb as that is, it's still not as dumb as Seagal being a Yale professor. I just cannot get over that. That is complete bullshit. So somehow these smugglers realize Seagal is onto them and they begin chasing him.
So he's a Yale professor. How is he gonna, like, stop the crimes and all that? Don't tell me he's a Yale professor and a fucking martial arts expert too.
They shoot at his
/ CIA
vehicle with
agent.
really fake looking bullets and manage to kill his assistant. With his back against the wall and no other options, Seagal does the most insane maneuver of just slightly turning left and completely loses them. Seagal makes it to the border and is surrounded by police, including these two who just happen to be there. He has what I feel would be a more emotional moment if they didn't forget to turn off the green screen. He's blamed for the drugs that were in the artifacts and is now in a Chinese jail.
Okay, let's see how he gets out of this.
Then meet his cellmate.
The name's King.
Who the movie cares about as much as we do, and just fades to black on him mid-sentence.
Crossing the Kazakhstan border. Trafficking some weed. Some rag.
Since we all know that China takes orders from America's DEA.
In the middle of his conversation. Yeah, they all.
They release Seagal so he can lead them to the head Chinese smuggler. I don't know how long he was locked up, but something definitely happened there.
Don't forget about me, Burns.
Seagal then goes back home to New York and pays his respects to his dead assistant when there's an explosion and he's attacked by 2 monks. Why either of these things happened is never explained, and Seagal doesn't think anything.
Bro, I swear, it'd be the most random shits in this movie. Literally don't make no sense. They don't even try to make it make sense. Fuck sense. Fuck logic. Fuck reasoning. Put it on the screen.
Think of it. I guess that's all just normal shit in the life of a Yale professor.
Like
Later
you,
that
your
night,
professor. How do you even know how to fight?
Again attacked while at dinner with his wife. After he kills them all, guess who's first on scene?
Hey, Tommy, you know what I think?
These guys are fucking everywhere. Then, as if his day hasn't gone bad enough, Seagal's house explodes with his wife inside.
This CGI. And that explosive
Mondays,
is literally a fucking...
am I right?
Mondays. Oh my god.
Seagal gets his dead assistant's father's
Brothers, nephews, cousins, former roommate.
blessing to go on a murder rampage. So now it's on.
What is happening?
First
It's
thing
all
he
done.
does is take flying lessons from Crash,
They call me Crash because I never have.
who is somehow involved with everything. At no point is his involvement ever explained or how Seagal knows about it. And then, the stupidest fucking thing you will ever see. Somehow, these two can see the little Cessna plane they're in, knows Seagal's in it.
The green screen? Oh my goodness gracious. You're the green screen in this movie? Whew. This looked like some 1992 WB show, like bro, Smallville had better CGI than this. No, for real, like Smallville, like these WB TV shows. I've seen sitcoms with better CGI.
And exactly what's happening inside.
Me too.
It's so insulting that you almost don't even notice how terrible of a green screen effect it is.
Oh,
Almost.
my God, it's so bad.
Seagal then goes to a barber shop that Crash
They call me Crash because I never have.
told him about, which is where we get the most ridiculous and lazy fight
I've never seen this
scenes
movie
of
before,
all
so I don't even
time,
know what the fuck is
where
happening.
Seagal is sitting down for half of it. His opponent is some sort of monkey man who can fly. It makes no sense, and nobody else in the movie has superpowers.
What the fuck?
After asking him a question,
Where's Tangini, the bird, man who killed my wife?
Seagal does the most Seagal thing possible and chokes him out so he can't answer. So Seagal blames the Hong Kong cop for his wife dying,
You cost me the life of my wife.
which seems like a stretch since all she did was get him out of jail in China. He then just shows up at a mahjong parlor that has never been mentioned by anyone and starts beating everyone's ass.
Oh my God.
Only one person has enough sense to leave, who the quick and nimble Seagal chases down before they have this really stupid exchange.
Distant waters cannot quench your thirst than to curse the darkness.
Now I have you.
I guarantee you, Seagal thought that was deep and would blow people's minds. He then ties him up and sends him
What
to
in the
safety.
fuck is happening?
Seriously, what the f was that? We then get the first in what would become a Seagal tradition, a flailing arm fight scene.
Yeah. Oh god, he's the master of this. Stop it. He's the master of that shit.
Where they just slap each other's arms and play it sped up to make you think they're actually doing something. I have no idea what Seagal does that makes this guy fly out the window. He then just picks up a random book, flips through some pages, and knows where to go next. The writing in this movie was top-notch. So these guys, they're supposed to be laundering money
Adults
at
didn't
a
write this
laundromat.
movie.
And I don't know if that's supposed to be a joke or if he really thinks that's what laundering money means. Now we're back in Bulgaria at the same club.
No way, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't care what nobody's saying. The person who wrote this movie, he has to have one disability that we know about. He has to.
From the beginning of the movie. Somehow, they're back up and running shortly after everyone inside was brutally slaughtered. Obviously, these guys are also there.
Jesus Christ.
So the cop actually does something while her partner gets beaten and kidnapped. Luckily, Seagal just happens to be walking by at that exact time, and he saves the day. Again, incredible writing. It's now the next day, and they're in a Mexican standoff, which the DEA agent...
You know the funny part? All Pops had pointed this out to me, like, when I was younger. He's like, Steven Seagal, he's like, he can't kick. Like, he can't, like, his legs don't work like that. Like, he never throw a kick above, like, knee level. With him in the shot. If it's any kick above knee level, it's a stunt double. I don't know if something wrong with his knees but since young, like, he didn't throw no kicks. He was not a kicking dude. He do this Aikido bullshit, but we all know that shit don't work. Like, this, like, that's not gonna work when the motherfuckers throwing punches at you. Like, what are you doing? But
agent somehow and cop are terrible at, as they just stand there while he gets shot. But wouldn't you know it, Seagal just happens to be walking by again. You know what? F it. It's my fault for expecting anything better.
Oh my God.
He then gets lost and wanders into the headquarters of the drug kingpin. It turns out he used Seagal to eliminate the other crime bosses so he could keep all the money for himself.
Knowing that I would cut them down so that you'd have no one to share in your fortune.
It's insane that he thought a Yale professor, that's so fucking stupid, of archaeology would be able to do all this, but I guess the joke's on us because it worked. So he burns down his own building and just walks out. Seagal grabs a sword that's right next to him for some reason and throws it through a window, which decapitates the kingpin. Compared to all the other dumb shit we've seen so far, that doesn't even register. Now that that's all done, Seagal can finally have a funeral for his wife. And apparently, he's banging the Hong Kong cop lady and did the classy thing and invited her as a date to his wife's funeral. Seagal, you are the shittiest person I have ever seen.
Thank you so much.
I swear. He's just a horrible person, even in his movies. I've always heard negative things about him just as a person outside, like in real life. Even in his movies, he's just a terrible person. This is just crazy. Well, that's the end of that one. funny as usual, bro. My boy, keep doing your thing, boy. You brought me a lot of laughter. But like and subscribe. I'll be back to y'all with another one. Let's go.